Just looking at my spread of forts. I don't want to have to pay for the ones if I don't have to. Why would anyone in their right mind keep Muscovite ideas? I mean, they're not terrible. Army tradition's quite nice. Missionary strength's good. Morale's good. Stability -20. That's very good with the Strelski. Fort maintenance. Probably need a lot of forts to keep everyone happy. Land force limits. I mean, they pale in comparison to... I can actually do it now. Yeah, let's start doing... Right, so you were saying Russia. All I need from Russia is Novgorod, which I already own because I already annexed Sukhov. Right, you were saying to do Perm so that I could start colonization. I mean, I have a subjugate Kazan CV here. Which will make me turn that into a vassal, which means I can deal with their own annexation stuff. So yeah, alright, we'll do Perm. Can't do it while we're at war. So please, can we end this war? Pretty please, with a cherry on top. Bohemia. End it. Take Prague back and then end it. You wouldn't have had to do this if you just attacked the army that was besieging them. There you go. Turns out my advisors are really probably too expensive. And by probably I mean absolutely too expensive. Ooh, Diplo. This would put me ahead of time in Diplo as well. Which means that I would be earning more money from trade. I actually earn a fair amount from trade. Okay, that's good. This will help. Yeah, but every 10 year... Because I've had so many vassals that I've been Diplo annexing, you can't annex another vassal for 10 years after you did the previous one. Did you just suicide your army? You totally did, didn't you? Oh, they survived. Somehow or other, they survived. Bohemia! End it! Please! I don't understand what you want from this. And then I can... Oh, for goodness sake, stupid mouse. Oh, come on. You don't need to stomp their faces in quite this hard. They want out, so do you, but they do too. Thank you. Austria will be forced to give you income. And you got money. Is that it? I got 1 ducat though. Yes! Right, so we're no longer in the war. Perm. Annex vassal. Go. Otto Bros. Peasant uprising in Tver. Where is Tver? Tver is around here somewhere. I thought. Oh. I don't know why it started doing that with my mouse getting stuck over on the other screen. Because I have it locked to this one. It's only since the latest Windows update. There it is. That has happened. Yeah, I know. That's why I was surprised. Like, why do you keep fighting? Why do you keep fighting? Why do you keep fighting? They had no need to. 2 base tax, and you get, yeah, Burkers. I'm usually happy for the Burkers to get it. Oh, hi! Right, let's reduce our army maintenance. Let's send a alliance to the Ottomans. Denmark, the Ottomans, and Bohemia. Come at me, bro. Although Denmark doesn't have Sweden anymore. Theodora is wrecking Crimea. Are you allied with Lithuania? No, you're not. You're just kicking their ass. Interesting. Need another rival. Who? Well, it's not going to be the Ottomans of Denmark, because they're my allies. So it has to be France or the Mamelukes. I'll make it the Mamelukes. We'll give the Ottomans another reason to like us. Plus, I don't really want to pick a fight with France. Alright, we are now making money. I think I'm going to reduce my army maintenance to... Oh, no, no, no. Where are they? Toropets, Poltosk. That's down here. I thought. Oh, it's there. Right in the middle of the screen. Of course it was! In fact, all I'd really need to do is activate Smolensk. That would save me more money. And my other general just died. So we should probably invest a little bit in getting some better ones. He's not bad. He'll do. Is my army going up or down? It is currently going down. So yeah, I will actually invest more in other generals. He sucks, however, so we'll get rid of him. Naive, relative, lose prestige, or foreign spy detection. Feel free to try and spy on me. If you think it was to help you. Can we... 1.1 years. Ugh. We'll do that. We'll turn the Smolensk fort on. It'll make sure that any adjacent stuff that gets taken doesn't suffer penalties, and then I'm not paying out the nose for my army. Much cheaper to maintain one fort than an entire army. Colonialism, 9 years late. They've definitely tweaked something about when those appear. Get an admin power or patriarch authority. I'm actually going to take the patriarch authority. We could get another icon at this point. Construction cost reduction, which would be quite nice. But I'm not going to be doing any construction until we've paid off the tax, the loans. No, I think I'm actually just going to keep you. Also gives more manpower. As if Russia needed more. Burkers. Why? Oh, perm again. Burkers, you're looking kind of happy with me right now. So how about you pay me some money? You would... What's this do? Oh, morale of armies, general. Interesting. Conscript elite Cossacks. Gain 10 tradition. Lose loyalty. Supply arms. Land force limit plus 15%. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the raised Cossack host is manpower. Or else it's a free army, it's one of those. Raise additional levies. Land maintenance doesn't really help. Take the monarch points. Missionary strength versus heretics. Not that we're really doing any conversion right now. Perm, what religion are you? You're Orthodox and you are trying to convert. Interesting. Do you have religious ideas? You do. Interesting. So you're going to be pretty good at converting, as am I. Perm's insulting us? How could you? What does the new features of the DLC give you as Muscovy? Well, it gives me access to the Principality government form, which gives me access to these special powers for Russian state. So I can raise Strelsky, which are free infantry units, which have a bonus to fire damage. Opportuno, which reduces the progress of all rebels by 30%. And then minus 10 autonomy in all provinces as well. Plus, I think it has a pretty high autocracy limit, and it can for Russia. Alright, more and more of their states are rising up. I think we're going to have to army maintenance this. We are definitely losing a lot of money at the moment. Mamluk Golden Era. Poltosk finally fired. Oh, on a fort province. Of course it is. That means I'm going to have to retake a sodding fort. God damn it. Inflation's going up, interest remains pretty high. My advisors are definitely too expensive, but I just like having so many monarch points. Right, I have no unrest risk anymore. So Perm, you're just going to have to retake your provinces, which you should be able to do. Pavel Osterman Tolstoy. One of our advisors, Pavel Osterman Tolstoy, most certainly one of the greatest scholars of our time. His field of experience in patristics and classical literature has had a great influence on theological debate in our nation. As a person of middle ground, their views have made the beacon for those who value liberty more than orthodoxy. Gain stability, gain missionary strength, or gain prestige. I'll take the stability. That's going to be extra money. Oh, and you can be turned off. Still losing money. Cossack aggression. Perm loses 1 in Tambov. Great. The annexation's going slowly. It is going up, but it's slow. It's a big nation. Alright, Perm, seeing as it looks like you're not too interested in going after those, I'll help you. Below 0, don't we not have a royal marriage? And I should probably improve relations with you. Okay, good. Can I delete some of the forts as a way to gain money? In the short term, yes, but I actually want my forts to maintain control in case of big rebellions, although it kind of looks like those are unlikely. And also it gives you a tradition, but this is a problem where I'm not... Ooh, Denmark is a golden era, where I'm not making money. I could actually do my own. Lasts for 50 years and gives the following effects. Increases goods produced. Increases absolutism, so I don't really want to do that until we have absolutism. Alright, seriously, why are we losing so much money? We could increase trade from Novgorod itself to increase our trade share. Though it's already 64%. We'll do it. I don't have a merchant collecting from trade here. Right, that's going to increase my trade share. And then I also want to go to Novgorod. Create a new edict. which I can't because you are not a state. Right. Yes, I definitely want to make you a state. And then I want to make you protect trade, which is plus 50% trade power in a place with a trade center, which means that it produces a lot of cash. Plus, I wish to core that and also check out the other states. Now, it does actually tell you the total state of a total development of a state. So I'm going to pick the really high development ones. 24 is the highest. 39. Wow. Well, Sukhov, you're definitely going to be made into a state. And probably the 24s. Oh, 26. 24. Can't do any more. Alright, let's core all of that. And that should also increase my income further. Boom! Cha-ching! Lithuania has rivaled me. I am surprised they're able to. Oh, and the clergy and the boyars want land. Of course they do. That shouldn't be a problem, considering the amount of grain provinces that we control, which I'm all too happy to give to someone else. But I still want another. That'll do. Okay, that's going to increase their loyalty. It'll also increase their influence. The boyars are getting a little bit dangerous. But once these two have recovered, we'll start earning some more money from the clergy especially. Because we won't have the -10. In fact, it's going to be a plus 20% swing for taxes, which would be quite a big boost. And then, honestly, I think we will be financially sound again. Tax income has really skyrocketed. Another military. How far are we from the next tech? Quite a long way still. Then yes, get me land maneuver, which also gives me another 1% missionary strength, another tolerance to the true faith, which means one less unrest everywhere, which also means more taxes. And a quartermaster just died. Oh, he was the level 1. Another splendor. Splendorific. Adaptive terrain, cavalry to infantry, war tax cost could be good, because we did use that once or twice. I think the adaptive terrain, so in planes we get a bonus to combat. Renewed loan. How close are we? 18%. For Russia, you should open it in the last era. Fire some advisors. I prefer having monarch points to money. Money you can recover anytime. Monarch points, you basically have one shot. Which is also why I very often take prestige over stability. Protestant Reformation. That means that Age of Discovery is going to end soon. Adaptive terrain with Kaffa and defending in mountains is hilarious. I can well believe that. Ooh, Strelsky. Good. Free troops. 12 of them. Wow. Does increase our stability cost to... Oh, 2 plus 56. Okay. I thought it was literally another plus 56. Let's split you in half. Send you over here. Split you in half. Send you over here. Cash-in. Where is Cashin? There. Boyars lose 10 influence. That's actually very good for us. And boyars and clergy on the verge of being accepting. Alright, peasants, you may rise up and instantly die. Boom. And all the money that I've thus far been gaining has immediately been lost. What is that? Permanent CB against neighbouring heathens and heretics, and also clergy monthly loyalty. Monthly loyalty! So loyalty will tick up. I wonder if that means it ticks up to a minimum of 60. Oh, I really hope it does. That's awesome if it would. Well, it certainly ticks up faster. I really need money. Yeah, I kind of do. What's price has gone up? No, it just recovers faster. That's unfortunate. Boom, we should be... Yeah, there we go. Big swing, 20% tax. Goes from minus 1 point something to plus 2.9. That's what I was waiting for. A royal influence with the marriage between Andrei IV and his wife Marie, the people of Muscovy are experiencing an increased fondness for all things Bohemian. While some cultural exchange was to be expected, particularly considering the popularity of the Queen, it is with alarm that her administrative advisor, Pavel Osterman Tolstoy, reports that a religious shift has been taking place in one of our provinces. It would seem that the influence of our Bohemian Queen trickles down to even our subjects' way of worship, as the words of the Protestant believers have converted a surprising amount of people. When confronted about this, Marie shrugs, arguing that she has long since converted to the Orthodox faith, and that the Grand Kniaz should know that I had nothing to do with this, she pleads. So it changes to Protestant regardless. However, we can get a +1 missionary strength, +3 unrest, or lose prestige. I'll take the unrest. This is Ustik, which I happen to know is up here somewhere. There it is. And total missionary strength in this province is 13.2. I think we might possibly be able to convert this one. Just maybe. Possibly. That's one of the fastest missionary progresses I've ever seen. Austria is no longer a valid rival. Really? Relations with you are high, relations with you are high, relations with you are high. Good. Good! And you are still having problems with rebels. Can't really afford to keep helping you out like this. Except your rebels are going to become my rebels. In fact, your rebels have become my rebels. Alright, that's the conversion done. And we've just taken a loan. Fantastic. Protestant Muscovy. Yeah, that could be interesting. At least we're getting the manpower back. More patriarch authority will lose inflation. Inflation's still not a huge problem. I know it's rising because of the loans, but it's not a massive issue. And patriarch authority means more unrest reduction. We're having absolutely no unrest problems. Which is pretty nice. Oh, tech. We could theoretically go up in Diplo now. Clearly we're not spending enough Diplo on annexing Perm. Oh, interest is 6 ducats a month. Protestantism entrenched. Price of fish has decreased. Because people are no longer eating it on a Friday. So 15, 18. We can then go up in Diplo. Although what I could probably do is spend some Diplo on development. That'll do. Which will also result in more cash. Boom. Too few rivals. Persia. Persia means there's no Timurids anymore. Oh, Lithuania, definitely. Huzzah. Persia's got a golden age. Plotted the Prince of Rostov ever since the days of the Kievan Rus, the Russian principalities have enjoyed a method of succession based on lateral seniority. Often, this means that our dynasty will be ruled by its most powerful scion, but at times this has left other claimants wanting to bypass the Kievan order. Ever since the passing of the Rurokovich family has been divided between those that Wait. We're not Rurokovich? We are Rurokovich. Has been divided between those that support Andrei and those who would rather see the dynamic Prince of Rostov as the future heir. The young prince has wasted little time in convincing as many of his uncles and siblings as possible to join him, and his faction has now delivered an ultimatum to our Grand Knyaz, Andrei IV. Rostov rises up. You are welcome to try. You can certainly try. You should get your golden age before the era of discovery ends. I don't really want to. I'm not going bankrupt. Not for a long time. We only have 6 loans. We can have up to 39. Boom. Victory is ours. Oh, and this one is reduction on autonomy, which is going to mean even more money, which is good. Right, are there any other states that I can create? No. Can only have 11 states. I've never ever run into that limit. Ever. Next year we can go up again. That's true, I should have assigned a general. It's because I'm just playing this on speed 5. Defensive idea? No, we're going to wait until military attack. So what was I saying about golden eras? We're going to wait to do our golden era for when we can actually get a golden era where we're allowed to use absolutism. So it won't be the next one, it'll be the one after. So the third era, we'll try and get the golden era. Because you can only have one in the entire game. I wonder if that's true if you switch tags. So because I'm Muscovy now, if I switch to Russia, will I be allowed a second one? Interesting thought. Alright, below zero's done its thing. Can I get more money from you? Not until next year. No, you don't. Okay, cool. No, you don't get one golden era per age, just one per game. That's why I'm not doing it now, I'd rather save it. Please be aware that the golden era can only be enacted once per country in a campaign. Oh, we're out of time. Let's make me some more money. Ooh, Diplo. Aha! Form the Russian nation. So, this changes us to a Tsardom with the government rank of an empire, which gives us plus 20% national manpower. More autonomy change, yearly absolutism, another diplomat, another leader without upkeep, plus 10 number of states, maximum absolutism and national focus cooldown reduction. We get a permanent claim on the Russian region, the Pontic Steppe region and the Ural region. We get increased centralization until the 10th of August. which gives more unrest but also more autonomy change. We get new traditions and ambitions, and we gain 25 prestige. Our state is going through a range of changes that is rapidly changing our identity and ideals. Unless we actively work against it, we'll see the ambitions and traditions of our country change as a result of this. Yes, please. Alright, so what does Russia get? Land of the Rus. After all land belongs to the motherland. Aggressive expansion minus 10%. We have got the Siberian frontier already. The distant wastes of Siberia call to us. We must clear a way there and let our Cossacks go forth and bring the land for the Russian people. Automatically discover adjacent when a colony is built. May establish Siberian frontiers. Russian artillery yard. Superior firepower is what determines the sieges of today as well as the pitched battles of tomorrow. We must build state-of-the-art artillery yard in the heart of our country to ensure our armies are never without cannons nor ammunition. Artillery cost and artillery combat ability. Lifelong conscription plus 50% land force limit. Abolish the Mestrenestuvo, yearly corruption reduction. Yearly army tradition plus 0.25, so it's not as good as the Muscovite one, but it does come with advisor cost minus 10%, which would save me so much money. And then morale of armies is only 5% instead of 10%, but we do take 10% less damage, which is going to combine nicely with the Strelsky plus 10 damage done. And then our traditions are plus 33% national manpower, plus the plus 20% from our government type, minus 10% core creation cost, and then once we have it all, plus 1 yearly legitimacy. We can declare indulgencies, which is more tolerance of heretics. No. Missionary strength for tolerance of heretics. Yes. Make St. Petersburg the capital. Neighbour renamed to St. Petersburg. Capital of Neighbour renamed to St. Petersburg. We gain 6 base tax and 3 base manpower, and the culture of Neighbour becomes Muscovite. We lose 444 ducats. It becomes the new capital. We gain 100 prestige. Yes, please. Establish the Russian Patriarchate, which is until the end of the game. Cost of reducing war exhaustion minus 20%. Yes, please. So that is going to cost us another loan. Let's see how the economy looks after we pass a month. Boom. Castile is no longer really. Oh, yeah, Castile's been shrunken. We've gained a conquest CB on lots of people. Holy War on lots of people. Cleansing of heresy on lots of people. We can go up in military tech. Morale is something of an issue. Resistance of manpower isn't, so we're going to go for the Badiro. Oops. And then the Eastern Hussar. Now we have too many diplomatic relations, but we're annexing Perm, so that's going to be less of a problem. Alright, marvellous.